God is good. God is good and He loves everyone. God is good.
Grandad? Grandad!
Oh, my dear, you shouldn't sneak off on an old man like that.
You said you were going to tell me a story, and then you fell asleep.
A story? Oh, yes, that's right, it's Father's Day today. I have a really exciting story for you. It's from the Bible, and Jesus told it almost 2,000 years ago.
Wow. Is that how old you are, Grandad?
Oh, you cheeky thing. Well, anyway, this is a story about a father and his younger son from Luke chapter 15. Now, there was a father who had two sons, and the younger one, let's call him Billy, came to him one day and said, "Dad, I don't want to wait for my share of your money. I want it now." This made the father very sad, but he gave Billy what he wanted. And soon after that, Billy packed up all his things and set off down the road to go to a faraway place. And there he spent all his money on great big parties. It was fun for a while, but then Billy's money started to run out, and there was a famine in the land.
Grandad, what's a famine?
That's a very good question, my dear. A famine is when there is not enough food and everyone starts to get really hungry.
Oh, that's not good. I don't like being hungry.
No, no one does, my dear. And Billy was very hungry. He had no money and no food. He'd ended up working in a pigsty, and even the pigs were eating better than he was.
Pigs? Oh, that's disgusting.
Well, that's what Billy realised too. He thought to himself, at my dad's house, everyone there has something to eat, and I'm sat here starving. But then he realised how nasty he had been to his dad when he'd asked for that money and then ran off. He wondered whether his father would let him come home.
I don't think he would. He was very nasty.
Well, that's what Billy thought too. But he decided to go home anyway and ask his dad if he could work for him. He didn't think he was good enough to be his son anymore.
Oh, that's sad.
It is sad, but now listen, this is the amazing part of the story. The father had actually been waiting every day outside his house, hoping Billy would come home. And when he saw Billy coming down the road, he was so excited that he ran to meet him and gave him a great big hug. He brought him into the house and he put his best robe around him. And then he had a great big party because he was so happy that his son, who was lost, had now been found.
Wow, that's amazing.
Yes, it is amazing. And now, my dear, do you know why Jesus told this story?
No, why did Jesus tell it?
Well, he told it because he wants us to know that this is how God, our Father in heaven, loves us. Even if we do really silly things that make him sad, he will still be so happy when we come back to him because he loves us so much.
Wow, he must really love us.
Yes, he really does. He is our loving Father.
That was a great Father's Day story. Thanks, Grandad.
Well, I'm glad you enjoyed it, my dear. Anyway, I should be getting back to my nap.